bell and I think there was knocking and I thought it was my delivery from Amazon, but it's probably children wanting candy.
Okay, we're live, you guys, and I am making Carol Newell our Bob Hope guest spot, honorary guest spot comedian, the host. Did I do that? And we are live. Let me introduce the show to you. Oh my gosh, this is episode whatever of the of the Veterans to Military Comedy Show, where our heart is to help heal military and veterans. So if you're at home watching this, share it with anybody military or veteran, a spouse, a caregiver, a first responder, whatever. Let's help heal those who are hurting in our country. Let's do some good with comedy. Anyway, let's give it up for everybody that made it today. We've got David G. Scott, Clean Comedy. This is not the order they're performing in. We've got Helene Weiss-Witt. Yay, Helene is here. We've got our Bob Hope guest spot comedian there. She's also doing the spotlighting so I don't mess it up. Carol Newell. And we've got me. Yeah. So I'm an Army military veteran. It's true. But the thing about it is with this show, if you're at home, kick back, enjoy the show, laugh if you want, put your clothes on if you like. The military does not have a don't ask, don't tell policy anymore. But I do. So I'm not asking, and don't tell me what's going on behind in your living room or wherever. So I'd like to have a few minutes to explain to you nothing. I got nothing to explain. I'm just going to go into my jokes. How's that? Yeah, I know you're wondering, is this Halloween going on in my face? No, this is because I'm from Portland, Oregon, where it rains so much, your makeup drips down your face. I haven't lived in Portland for 2 years, you guys. I still have this. I had to leave Portland, not because of a court order. I had to leave Portland because I almost kissed a Portland barista. Carol, you would have wanted to also. He told me I'd look just like Marilyn. It was a rainy day, and I was like, oh, she is so beautiful. And he said, no, Manson, you look like Marilyn Manson. I'm a boomer. That's what I am. For you young people, that means you're not the host. Let me fix that. I can't do two things at once. There you go.
Yay!
Yeah,
Now
you're
I'm the
the
host. Thank you.
I'm a boomer. So if you're a young person, let me explain. A boomer is that group of people you want to do a bunch of curl ups. No, you want us to just curl up and die already. That's what it is. I'm not going to do it. In fact, I'm going to give you young girls, especially, a run for your money. See,
Yay.
I'm going to wear a Marilyn Monroe dress. I'm going to look pretty. I know you want us to curl up and die. I'm not going to do it.
Not gonna do it.
Some of you are out there at home and you're wondering, does she live in a nursing home or did she escape from one? I'm not sure which is better. And on a bad day, I don't know which one I am. So whatever. I had a birthday. Woo, I can relate to all of you. I had a birthday just like the rest of you. Can you believe it? I turned 21 for the third time. Yeah, I'm officially changed the subject years old. I express my age in multiples of 21. 21 times 3 plus none of your business. And I go by Linda Marcus Smith, mostly because I'm a diva, practicing diva. No, I go by 3 names because I am single-handedly turning around history. Most people with 3 names had bad reputations, David. It's true. John Wilkes Booth, killer. John Wayne Gacy, murderer. Adolf blanking Hitler, hopeless overachiever. I'm a little bit Jewish, and out of those 3, the one that bothers me the most isn't even Hitler. It's John Wilkes Booth, because he was an actor and he was famous with one headshot. That bothers me. It also works better in a nursing home. Yeah. I know you're thinking, she's adorable. Just let her say whatever she wants. She's gonna die soon. I'm gonna live to 120. That's what I'm gonna do. Revenge can be sweet. Wasn't the pandemic weird? Because they came on the news and they said, don't travel. It's not safe. Remember when they did that, Helene? Yeah. So I didn't travel. I stayed home. I had a fridge, cupboards, cat bowls. I ate everything. And I sent my hips abroad. How's that song go with different area codes? My hips have their own zip code, area code, and they have their own boyfriend. I'm jealous. Not fair. I've been busy aging. That's what I've been busy
Yes, I can
doing.
hear you. Can you hear me?
Most of the places I go to, I'm winning at aging. Woo! I'm having fun with it. Yeah. I don't have fun with the stupid compliments young people decide to give me. It's so nice of you to make it out to comedy tonight. I want to say, I own this club, but I don't. I feel like buying a club just to say that. Oh my gosh. They say, oh, you're aging backwards. You look so beautiful. You're aging back. It has aging in it. It's not a compliment. It reminds me I'm aging. The silliest one is, oh, so you're 70. Well, age is just a number. Oh yeah? Well then I guess Mount St. Helens is just a hill. That's about my time, you guys, but I am busy aging and turning around history with people with 3 names. We can be good. So that's my time. And thank you, Carol. How much do I owe you?
$1 million.
I would like our Bob Hope guest spot person of the day, comedian extraordinaire, to go first. And then we're going to have David G. Scott and Helene Witt in that order. Now I get to introduce the amazing Carol Newell, who is so beautiful and so ready to do her comedy. Let me say her intro. Carol Newell has been in comedy since 2013. And is known for being the world's best laugh. Trademark. She has hosted, produced, and performed all over Los Angeles. She has an epic show coming November 4th with an all-headliner cast. Tickets available on Eventbrite under the world's best laugh. Blue finger there. Thank you so much for that. I know that she is all over Los Angeles and she is the legend. Let's bring her to the stage with a round of applause, everybody. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Yay, Carol Newell.
Hey, happy Halloween. Thanks for having me on this special edition of your show. It's very delightful. Yeah, it's been a fun year, you guys. I don't know about you guys, but last Christmas, I got COVID for Christmas, you guys. That's not what I asked Santa Claus for. but that is what I got right on Christmas Eve. And then I had to spend 2 weeks at home with my sister taking care of me. And that was a lot less like home for the holidays and a lot more like whatever happened to baby Jane. I survived that. I survived the COVID and I survived to get taken care of here at the House of Estrogen, where every living thing is a woman, including the dogs and the cats. None of the periods are synced up. So, you know, it's all bitches all the time. Yeah, the dogs are bitches, you know, technically. So not to cross the line. I know it's a clean show. Yeah, it's been fun. 2020, you guys, is a heck of a year. 2020, I lost my job and my husband of 22 years, which I know sounds terrible, but we were already separated for a year before that, so I got a free divorce, you guys. Free divorce. I got the free divorce. Yeah, I did find another job though. That was good. It's closer to home, so more time for comedy. Yay!
Yay.
Yeah, my husband and I were separated because he was in love with someone else. You guys, that's what it was. He was in love with this Russian. Her name was Smirnov. So yeah. The good news is though, he did finally quit drinking for good. He is now clean and sober officially. Yeah, a couple weeks after he passed away, you guys, I picked him up at the crematorium, and then we did stuff together we'd never done when he was still around. You guys, we went all over Los Angeles to all the parks and parking lots, and he watched me do all my shows. And the good news is we did get to take the carpool lane, so that was fun. Good times, good times. Yeah, so it's been here's the thing, we were married for 22 years. Like 20 years is a long time. 20 years is a life sentence in some states, and it certainly was one for him, you guys. Because he died. Yeah. Oh, life sentence. I used to say it was a life sentence for me, but it turned out it was a life sentence for him. I always knew I would outlive him. I just had no idea I'd be this young and hot when it happened. Yeah, so that's been fun. I've been back out on the dating scene, you guys, after a very long vacation. Last time I dated, you guys know it was popular. Pagers. Pagers and payphones, and now, ooh, it is. It's a lot, you guys. I can't tell you all the things that it is. It is a lot, though. Let me tell you, you get a lot of pictures from a lot of guys, and they're not just pictures of the face. This is what I'm saying. They are sending all the pictures, all the business. I don't know why guys would do that. I went on the apps to go back to dating, you guys. I went on the apps, and I found out that I went on Our Time, which is for singles over 50, and I got a lot of pictures on that one too, but those were not good pictures at all. Those were just terrible, not cute pictures. Yeah, those, I finally left there because, you know, I couldn't. And I did try the Plenty of Fish though. I tried Plenty of Fish. I don't know if you guys have tried that one, but there was plenty of fish. Let me tell you, plenty. None of those fish were delicious though. They were all just disgusting. I don't know. App dating is it's a challenge. That's what it is. I did, in the whole process of all this dating, I did discover I like the dark men, you guys. I like them black because, you know, the rumors are true. And yes, and I ended up on BLK, which is an all black dating app, you guys, where all the pictures are larger and better and hotter. Yeah, I am on the BLK, and I see a lot of guys there. I get hit on by a lot of younger men, like 40s, 30s, 20s. But if your profile picture has a graduation cap, that's too young for me. I can't date guys under 25. I've discovered that they don't know what a phone is for. They think it's only for texting. They don't understand you could actually speak on the phone. They have no idea what that means. Yeah, so I have to keep it over 25 for sure. Like 25 to 40 is usually where I'm at. But I do see a trend on the BLK. All these profiles say the same thing. They all say good vibes, looking for good vibes. Good vibes. Yeah, I'm like, who cares about good vibes? I'm looking for good companionship is what I'm looking for. In the bedroom is where I'm really hoping to find it. And I've discovered, you guys, that good vibes is the same thing. You guys, that's the friends with benefits for 2021 is what that is. So I'll take all the vibes. Thank you. Yeah, I am. I was married for a long time, so I didn't have sex for forever. Now I'm back with a vengeance. Yeah, so I'll leave you with this. I did get my DNA test done, you guys. I found out that neither Elizabeth Warren nor I are at all American Indian, you guys. 0% big fat goose egg. According to my mom, I was American Indian my whole life. I had thought that I was American Indian, but turns out not so much, you guys. Not at all. But I did find out that I'm just basically all white, you guys. All white all the time. White AF, as the kids say. And now I have the white guilt, you guys. I feel terrible about what my ancestors did. But I feel like now that I exclusively date Black, I am giving reparations, you guys. Just one Black man at a time, individually. All right, that's my time. Thanks for having me, Miss Linda Smith. I love you.
I
Back
love
to
you
your
back.
show.
Don't you love her, everybody? Oh my gosh. That was our Bob Hope guest spot person of the day, comedian extraordinary out of Los Angeles, the world's best laugh. Look it up and get on her shows, you guys. Watch and perform with her. That was fabulous, Carol Newell. Thank you so much. And thanks for spotlighting everybody today.
Yay.
Our next Vernon, would you like to have a spot, my dear?
As you see, you only see part of me.
What?
You can only see part of me.
Okay. If you'd like to have a spot after Helene Witt, I'll let you go up at the end.
Just stop by to support.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, it's Longhorn, the comedian. You guys, yay. Thanks for supporting us. We love you. Interruption. I had to. You got to show props when he shows up. You want to say something real quick since you're here? I know you still have food in your mouth, but if you want to say something, say it.
Love y'all too. I love what you do.
Thank you, honey.
I do. And every comic that's on here that's watching all two of y'all, just keep it funny. Just keep it funny. Keep making people laugh. Keep loving what you do. I did a show last night. I was in Herman, Missouri. I think that's where they invented white people. Only thing darker than me out there was asphalt. And I had my opener with me, Carolyn Agnew. And we opened for Cletus Allen. And I told the people on stage last night, us three being here in town, us three Black people, y'all can now qualify for a grant. So we had a good time, but y'all go back to having a good time. I didn't mean to jump. I just wanted to come in and support. I'm eating my ham and cheese sandwich before I go outside and do some yard work, but I just love what y'all do, so I try to pop in when I can.
Thank you. You're always welcome. And I love the way that you eat your bread, your sandwich. Show everyone that again.
There you go. Well, I will give a shameless plug if I may. Two things. One, tonight, 8 o'clock, I do my show. It's called Messages in the Madness, where I talk about messages in life, in the madness. I do it every Sunday, 8 o'clock on Facebook. And for all my vets that's on the call, my wife and I headed to San Diego on the 14th I'm receiving an award for doing Zoom comedy shows during the pandemic and doing some speeches with, doing a couple of talks with veterans who have traumatic brain injury, well, such as myself. So heading to San Diego to be on the USS Midway to receive an award for that on the 14th. So one more for us vets out there. How about that?
Yay,
Excellent.
that's
Excellent.
awesome.
Good for you.
Congratulations. Oh my
Excellent.
gosh. That's so awesome.
I'm
I'd
going
like
back I'm going back to lurking.
I love it when he's a stalker. No better stalker. I'd like to give the floor to our next comedian. Oh, this is a great show today, you guys. David G. Scott is a grandfather and he is a father. And I said it out of order. He's a father, a grandfather, and get this, he's a proud member of the Subway Rewards program. Give it up for my friend and soon to be yours, if not already, the amazing David G. Scott, cleancomedy.com.
Thank you, Linda. Always a wonderful, wonderful introduction. Thank you so much. But, I learned something the other day. Coffee is a gateway drug. 1 minute you're stirring a cup with a small wooden stick. Next thing you know, you're paddling a kayak. I mean, I don't go to Starbucks anymore. Instead, I write my name on a cup, I yell my name out, and then I set a $5 bill on fire. I mean, I like coffee, but if I drink too much, I realize there are tiny spiders under my scalp weaving hair. Yeah. And speaking of spiders, this morning I found a spider in my sock drawer. They're very upsetting because it belongs in the spider drawer. Found a spider in my kitchen, but instead of killing it, I started telling it about my fantasy football team, and it left quietly on its own. Speaking of fantasy football, how can it be fantasy football if there are no unicorns? Back in the day, if you owned a hat and a cape, you were a gentleman. These days, if you're wearing a hat and a cape, you're in a marching band. I was at the dollar store the other day, and by the way, at the dollar store, if you ask for change, they just give you a different dollar. I was at the dollar. I gave the lady the clerk a $50 bill, and she pulled out a counterfeit pen. And I said, "What you need?" I said, "How do you know the pen isn't counterfeit?" She said, "What?" I said, "You need a pen to determine whether or not the counterfeit pen is counterfeit." She said, what are you talking about? I said, "You need a counterfeit pen. She didn't say anything, so I kept going. I said, "And then you'd need a pen to determine whether or not the counterfeit pen were counterfeit." She still didn't say anything, so I kept going. And that you need a counterfeit pen. Finally, she looked up and said, "Here's your change, Sparky. Now get out." It's upset me because my name is not Sparky. I recently found out I'm pregnant. At least that's what the sign said where I parked at the grocery store. The problem with the road less traveled is the poor cell phone reception. I'm only a little bit hungry. I could only eat a pony. In high school, I dated a girl who was not voted Miss Kansas City or Miss Platte County. She was voted miscellaneous, probably because her favorite phrase was whatever. If you laid a blue whale, oh, there I am. If you laid a blue whale on a football field with its nose at one goal line, you'd have to reschedule that game. In nursing homes, the code word for toilet is mustard, specifically gray poupon. My name is David. I did not name my son David. I wished I'd named him Harley so he could introduce himself as Harley, David's son.
David, hit your camera.
Oh, it's me. Me. I did it myself. I wondered why I was not showing up. There. I have a new word for PMS. It's restless egg syndrome. I recently got an Apple Watch. The first day I had it, I worked at bed. The next morning at 7 o'clock, it buzzed and said, "Get up." No. Apparently, it monitors my breathing and my heart rate. So I nicknamed it Santa Claus. It knows when I'm sleeping. It knows when I'm awake. But if it ever figures out if I've been bad or good, I'm going to throw it in the lake. Oh. You know who you never see together in public? Papa John and his son, Jimmy.
Mhm.
What exactly is a cold-blooded killer? Someone who murders reptiles? How can vampires' hair always be perfect? They can't see their reflections in the mirror. I think coffee sizes should be named on how much sleep you got last night. I'd like a tossed and turned for 4 hours vanilla latte, please. I hate it when I take a selfie and I'm photobombed by my age. A friend posted on Facebook, "You can't swing a dead cat around here without hitting a crazy person." I posted, "If you're swinging a dead cat, maybe you shouldn't be so judgmental." A lady posted she was looking for a plumber to replace her water heater. I posted, "It might be better to replace her water heater with another water heater." A friend posted she bought a weighted blanket. I posted, "At my age, every blanket is a weighted blanket." Oh. See what I did there? I recovered. Another friend posted, "What makes you smile?" I posted, "Facial muscles." I'm going to give new meaning to the phrase sleeping around by taking a bunch of naps in a bunch of different places. And I can do it. I recently dropped my phone down the stairs. It was okay because it was in my pocket. Now that's actually a 70-year-old joke. I'm old enough to remember comedy shows on the radio.
Mhm.
And here's that same joke 70 years ago. The other day I saw my friend walking down the street. He looked terrible. I said, "What happened to you?" And he said, "Well, my wife threw my suit out the window." I said, "So?" He said, "Well, I was wearing it at the time." So that joke, every 70 years, that joke comes around. I'll close with this one. This is one of my favorites. Here's $1 million idea. A smoke alarm that turns itself off when you yell, "I'm just cooking." Thank you, Linda. It's always a delight to be with you. Thank you so much.
Yay. Thank you so much. Wasn't that great, you guys? David G. Scott, Clean Comedy. That's how you do it. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yay.
The last person coming onto the stage today, also known as a headliner here, but she's also a headliner in New York, and she is cast in a thingamajig going on the Peacock channel. Call it a movie. It's going to get picked up. It's going to be a series, and you're looking at a future superstar. You know she's going to stand out. It's a show about seniors in a home, in a nursing home that do comedy. And she'll tell you about it, and I'm mixing it up, and that's part of the fun. We go with it here. Okay, I'm learning improv. How y'all doing?
Yes, and
You're
senior
gonna-
nursing home.
You're gonna love Helene Witt's comedy. She's been around since the boom in San Francisco, and she has
Wrinkles to prove it.
yeah, and she's been around with the Beatles. She knows them, so you don't want to upset her. She can pull strings like you wouldn't believe. She has written jokes and had them paid for and used by Joan Rivers. Give it up for my friend, and I'm sure to be yours, Helene Witt.
Woohoo!
That was funny,
Yay.
Linda. Senior nursing home, huh? That's funny. Well, thank you. I'm not a headliner, but I can't disempower the person who's running the show, right? Anyway, I wanted to show, this is dedicated to Carol, what I'm going to say. You know, I'm honored to go on these shows in California, and B and I wake up at 5 a.m. and go to Tokyo early at 3 a.m. at a class, and then I'm up all day doing the mics and the Zoom and the pandemic. So then by the time they have a late night show for me, I'm saying a lot. What I want to say is, I'm on the couch and go to sleep. That was very wordy. What I want to say is basically that I go to shows in California, and for me, Carol, it's very special. Ask Linda, she knows. For me to go to shows in California and be on your show twice, to me, it's like going to Flappers or the Laugh Factory or something. It's so exciting to be on Carol's show. But I know you're here for me to make jokes, so I will say that I've been following the career of Stevie Nicks. Do you both like Stevie Nicks? Well, Linda heard this. Yeah, well, you know, I admired her when she was 25, and now she's 75, and she's getting such a bad rap. Like, I used to weigh 99 pounds, and now I weigh much more, and she gained a few pounds because she's 75 now. Give her a break. She had a little dove, and now it's a vulture. Come on. Those who wear tattoos. Anyway, I watched her get inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Brooklyn the other year. And all of a sudden, Harry Styles comes out to induct her. Now he's 12 years old. He's wearing a blue suede coat. He's a child rock idol, and he's from One Dimension. And he starts to talk about Stevie, and he says, she's an icon. She's a creator. She's a composer. She's a singer. She's a lover. She's a Wait a minute, Harry. I'm reading what he said. Wait a minute, Harry. Did you just say she's a lover? You are 25 years old. She's 75. What did you just say? I stood up in the whole arena. It's called, it's in Brooklyn, Barclays. I mean, I was shocked. But anyway, then I'm thinking back to poor little Stevie's career. And she was with Mick Fleetwood. Don't judge. She was with Tom Petty. I've been with married men. Don't judge. No, Dave, I'm only kidding, but maybe I'm not. And then she was with Don Henley. He said he almost married her. So she's had her times, but nothing was more long lasting and heartfelt. Everyone knows there are songs written about it from each other. And that is Lindsey Buckingham from Fleetwood Mac. So that night she was singing, and she's singing Rhiannon, and she's spinning around with the black goth clothing and the lace, and she's spinning around with the hat. All the girls in the audience dress like her. She's an idol. All of a sudden she falls off the rumba, loses her balance. She has ace bandages on. They were painted black, and she goes to grab onto the mic stand, and underneath all the lace scarves, a white life alert wire. Okay, I guess everyone on mute, or they don't speak English, or I'm just not funny. So anyway, people say, yes, you are. No, it's the joke that I put in when nobody's laughing. So anyway, so she sings across the stage to Lindsey. Now, I want you to know, one of the reviewers actually picked it up. They said you could feel the resentment, like you could cut it with a knife. I didn't come here for As the World Friggin' Turns. I came to watch a show, Stevie. So she sings from across the room all the way to Lindsay. Did she make you cry down, shadow your illusions of love? She's getting closer. Is it over now? Do you know how to pick up the pieces and go home? That's I'll stick to material. So I did write a joke that Joan Rivers told on the Johnny Carson show, and I wanted to tell you the joke. And that is because, you know, I signed a contract back then that says I'll never utter those 10 jokes ever again. The only ones I will utter are the ones she said on public TV. So one of them was nasty and it was dirty. It was, oh, see, we're a clean show, Lucky. I'm not going to say it. It was about Liz Taylor. That was mean. But back to this. So anyway, it was income tax day, 1986. And her accountant was dancing around the office singing, let's get fiscal, like fiscal year and physical. So then, but the thing is, it bombed. So she said it, she thought it bombed because she said it again. She went, let's get fiscal. And then she said it a third time, let's get fiscal. That was supposed to be a good joke. So she said my joke on Johnny Carson 3 times. But you know, some people think you didn't really write a joke for Joan Rivers. That lady upstairs who lives upstairs from you, her name is Joan Rivers, and she said, write some jokes for my granddaughter at camp. The other joke I wrote for her is in LA, no offense, Carol, I'm sure it's not true. In LA, marriages don't stay together. That's why I put my money in the Infidelity Savings Bank. Something like that.
It's
I made
true.
a joke, something like that. So anyway,
True.
thanks for listening. I recently used some current events in my act. And for example, you know, Jeff Bezos went into outer space and lucky no children were on that spaceship. You know why? He chose to eat a little bag of peanuts on that ship. And then Jeff Bezos's ex-wife, Miss Mackenzie, what's her name? Mackenzie
Philip?
Scott? Anyway,
Oh, no.
yeah, I didn't know either. Someone told me yesterday. Anyway, when I was walking by, Melissa Gates was whispering to her. It was micro and it was soft. Like why she got divorced. Linda, this is a rough time. It's great. That's good. It's good. So anyway, I was a school teacher in New York. Dave might not know that about me. I was a school teacher in a rough school, tough school. I mean, you see the school colors when you walk in. Dave, what were your school colors, for example, when you went to school?
Blue and orange.
Blue and orange. Blue and orange? Wow.
Yeah.
That's unusual. How about you, Carol?
Blue and white.
And Linda?
Red and gray.
Wow. Well, the school colors in my school were black and blue and dried blood red. And that was on the teachers. When we were young, we used to sing the birthday song. Are you one? Are you two? Are you three? And, you know, I used to put on birthday parties a lot for my students because I had a lot of them. And then I'm thinking, you know how my friends celebrate? They go like this: lumbar 1, L2, L3. This boy, Stephen Jefferson, used to melt crayons on the radiator. Now you might wonder, why would she use his real name? I mean, we're live on Facebook. Stephen Jefferson, I'm not getting a Netflix special anytime soon, so I thought I'd use your real name. He's not on it. I do have PTA presidents and students that I friend on Facebook. Anyway, back to Stephen Jefferson. So he used to melt crayons on the radiator, and I brought him back 20 years later for Career Day because he's the biggest methamphetamine dealer in all of New York.
Wow.
It sounds like you might want to, you know, someone who might want to get in touch with him the way you say, wow. The second grade girls, Linda knows this is true because I've told Linda, next to my second grade, the second grade girls had a gang, and the initiation was to take the milk containers off of my girls' lunch trays. So I named them the half pints. And And the leader of the gang was the Dairy Queen. And I won't even say, because this is a clean show, I won't even say what she wrote about her boyfriend, Mr. Softy, on the Facebook. Yeah, it was a tough school. You know, the principal used to say, whatever happens in the classroom, make it into a teachable moment. Like he ever has to be in a classroom. He's in an office with the door shut. So one day I'm breaking up a fight. I'm 5 feet tall. And this kid goes, he strangled me, terrible. I said, stop. This is a teachable moment. You're using your adverbs incorrectly. He strangled you terribly. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You've been a Shea Stadium-sized audience.
Oh, yeah. Give it up for the amazing Helene Witt. Yeah. Tell everybody about your show, would you? Because I don't know how to say it.
Okay,
Obviously.
so Peacock, which I didn't even know it existed, it's an NBC subsidiary, and you can join for free. And it's www.peacock.com. You can join it. And there's a movie called Good Timing. And what it is I go to a senior center and we do not this kind of comedy, but the teacher, Linda, goes too. And she throws out like concepts, and then we just all chime in. And the people are like 80, 90, but I got my friend in because he has white hair. And she said, we're going to make a movie. And she gave us money, and we went to Manhattan, and we went on a party bus for seniors, and they made it into a Peacock special. So I'm excited about it. It's called Good Timing.
Wow.
Linda's very good friend, and my very good friend George Salt started comedy at 80, but now he's 87. And this woman who's outrageous, Natalie, who Linda has interviewed, she's in they're in another movie, and it's going to be on November 24th on Facebook, I think. And it's called Still Standing. It's not out yet because it's still being pitched to festivals. So Linda's not in the movie, but she was around when they filmed it. And I'm in the movie. I say to George, you don't look like you're feeling well. You better call me to make sure you got home safely. And he went, no. But then he says, you'll read about me in the paper.
Wow.
So that's called Still Standing.
See what Helene did there? She's so selfless. I asked her to plug her thing, and she plugged stuff for us. She is the nicest, most helpful person you will ever find in comedy. That's just who she is right there, folks. Give it up again for Helene Witt.
I'm looking for ways to get a company to donate to Linda's military work with the comedy. I've been working with Linda to think of what companies we know that are military supported and military based, or the president. And at the end of PBS, when you watch public broadcasting, they have all these people, foundations and people who donated for shows. And I'm thinking, Linda, let's just write their names down as the credits go up and call them, write to all of them and hit them up for some bucks so you could pay your military comedians.
That's a great idea.
That is a great idea.
Yeah, thank you.
You can all do it for all your organizations. Just go to PBS, and after a rock and roll show, just look at the names.
Helene just breathes ideas. You cannot be on the phone with her for 5 minutes without coming out better off somehow. So give it up again
Thank
for
you.
Helene.
I drink the kind of coffee Dave talks about.
I burn $5 bills like he
Oh,
talks,
that's fun.
except I do it at Starbucks.
That's
My
funny.
favorite joke that David does.
It's so much cheaper to just make your own, right, Dave and Linda?
Oh, man.
Absolutely. You guys have been
Yeah.
so great
Yes.
to come on here. Please share this video at least like one time on your Facebook. I would really appreciate it. We're starting to get companies that are noticing and making comments on my YouTube of these videos as I send them out. So it's getting a little bit of traction. So that's great. We've got to get it into more veteran businesses and organizations. That's what I'm doing when I'm not on screen. So once again, let's give it up for the cast. You got myself, Linda Marcus Smith, 3 names changing history, I know. And then you got David G. Scott, cleancomedy.com, serving it up from Kansas City. with the Chiefs and everything. Football, it's Sunday, and he's here. Oh my gosh.
It's
And then you got-
Halloween, Linda. It's
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yes,
I'm
thank
dressed
you.
up already. Woohoo.
Yes. And Carol Newell, our special guest in the Bob Hope honorary spot, because she is the USO of Los Angeles. She does more shows than, I'm sure Bob Hope didn't do as many shows in Los Angeles as you do.
Yep, I'll
And
be
the-
staying busy.
You do. So that's the world's best laugh. She's got
The
a
world's
show
best
coming up with that name with all headliners. And you
Mhm.
can reach her by Carol Newell on Facebook and the world's best laugh. She puts on, I think she has shows every day, don't you, Carol?
Almost, yeah.
Oh my gosh. You got more energy than the Energizer Bunny.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
that's as far as we can go with that on a clean show. And then the last person that we want to mention was the last person to perform, Helene Witt, coming out of New York on a busy day in a city that got hit hard with the pandemic. And she was making people laugh on Zoom around the world through the pandemic, you guys. So you guys are so awesome. Thank you so much for coming. I love you all.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Linda Marcus Smith.
Thank
for
you, Linda.
making-
I'll take us, oh, we're already off the Facebook. I'll take us off the Facebook.
Okay, thank
Goodbye,
you.
Facebook.